Hi guys, this is Drummer Carlos, and in today's video I'm going to give you my review of episode 3 of season 2 of The Big Bang Theory. The corn superwoman, or warrior. So here we go, guys. I love this episode because it's focused on Penny and Sheldon's relationship a little bit. It's a weird relationship and in a weird way, but also in a funny way. So this episode starts with Penny coming from the grocery store, coming back from the grocery store. She can't open her door. She obviously freaks out. She obviously is just totally stressed out because she can't open her door. She's having she's popping her corn, meaning she's having she's having a popping corn episode, meaning she's stressed out that she can't open her door. But thankfully, Sheldon appears to help. Appears when he hears all the noise, and he says, "Can I help you, Penny?" And of course, Penny says, in an agitated way, "No, Sheldon, no." And we come to find out that Penny forgot her key, left her keys, or forgot to locked herself out from the door, out of her own door. And again, she was carrying groceries and her stuff. So she freaked out. She had a corn freak out. She was popping her corn, and basically she dropped everything. She confessed to Sheldon, a weird confession, to tell Sheldon she had not, that she hadn't been romantic. She hadn't done the dirty salsa, if you know what I mean. The dirty chip salsa, if you know what I mean. In 6 months, and to top it off, she swallowed a fly, or a fly came into her mouth. And of course, Sheldon was like, "Okay, good luck." And of course, Penny, so exasperated, still popping her corn out of herself, she was like, she saw an opportunity to come into Leonard and Sheldon's apartment, and she sat on the couch with her feet up on the coffee table. And of course, Sheldon wasn't happy about that. So Penny reluctantly obliged to Sheldon's request. She got her feet off the table, and then Penny saw that Sheldon was playing a game, a computer game called Age of Conan, based on Robert E. Howard's Conan the Barbarian. Conan the Barbarian. So, here are some key funny code words in the nerdverse. In the nerdverse, AFK, away from keyword. And back online. So, in a twist of funny fate, Penny got interested in. She got hooked on Age of Conan, and she basically blasts through level 1, and she basically leveled up to level 1 quickly, and by this time Leonard had come back home from the university and then Leonard was, catch me up, what's going on here? And before Leonard came into the door, he saw a group of cats near Penny's grocery bags. And then, of course, Leonard came into the door, and he asked Sheldon to catch him up. Well, then Sheldon proceeded to basically recap what Penny had done, or what had been a difficult day for her. Sheldon said, Penny didn't get a job because she's too perky, too sweet, like kettle corn. She hasn't done the dirty salsa, the dirty salsa, and a fly flew into her mouth, and that's about it. Oh, and right now she's playing Age of Conan, and then we hear a level up sound from Sheldon's computer. And the fact is that, guys, Penny leveled up to level 2, and she got very stoked about her awesome achievement, and she was so overstoked that. And then Sheldon said, "What a noob! She's excited about level 2, about getting to level 2, about leveling up to level 2." But then, guys, the craziness starts. For the next few weeks, Penny would become romantically obsessed. With Age of Conan. Yes, with the game, with a game, with the game Age of Conan. She would be romantically obsessed with. She would become romantically obsessed with Age of Conan, and craziness started to happen. And how crazy did Penny get? She basically came into the apartment, knocked on Sheldon's bedroom, and basically woke him up in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night, and Sheldon doesn't let anyone into his bedroom. Unless he's trustworthy or she's trustworthy, and the only person at that time to have access to Sheldon's bedroom would be Leonard. But here's the funny part: Sheldon had spilled some grape juice all over his Monday night pajamas. So Sheldon was, snoodled up, or he was covered up to be comfortable, in his sleep, but also to cover up the fact that he wasn't wearing his Monday night pajamas because he spilled grape juice all over them. But that wasn't the point. That is not the point, guys. The point is that Penny basically woke up Sheldon. Sheldon freaked out. Funny, and Penny was specifically asked Sheldon. I have a group of Hungarian Hungarian warriors that are asking me to help them kill a dragon. And then Sheldon was like, okay, Penny, don't trust these Hungarians. They're using you as dragon beef jerky, meaning bait. And at this exact same time, Leonard woke up because he was hearing voices from Sheldon's room, and then Penny got out of Sheldon's room and then she said Sheldon did great, and Leonard was like confused, rightly so, and then Penny proceeded to say Sheldon doesn't have his pants, doesn't have his Monday pajamas on him because he spilled grape juice. And then Leonard proceeded to ask Sheldon, catch me up again. Then 2 days later at work, the guys, meaning Howard, Raj, Leonard, and of course Sheldon, were having lunch. Of course, Sheldon was not having lunch because he was asleep, because he was just too tired to speak or to have a conversation or to show his nerdy superiority on all, according to him, on uh, onto Leonard, Raj, and Howard, because he had been helping Penny get through, or guide her through Age of Conan. And Leslie, to top it all off for poor Sheldon, Leslie Winkle, the person that hates him, that despises him, that it's a obligeable hate. It's obligable hate. It's obligable hate, guys. Penny said, Leslie Winkle said to Sheldon, I heard, I heard through the grapevine that Middle Earth the Middle Earth corn warrior is popping your corn at night. Meaning, she's not letting that you and Leslie are that you and Penny are getting acquainted very well. Then Leonard chimed in and gave Howard and Raj basically the details or the download of what's been going on, and yes, and basically Leonard said Penny became obsessed with Age of Conan, and she has been asking Sheldon for his guidance through Age of Conan. Then Raj chimed in and said, "Man, the online gaming bug or monkey is just a horrible monkey to get off your back." And of course Sheldon didn't have any comeback for any counter attack for what Leslie had said to him, because again he was too tired. And then it got worse for Sheldon, because now Penny was asking for for Sheldon's guidance on Age of Conan at work. And to be more specific with Sheldon was asking time with a laser. Time with a laser in the lab, in one of the labs of the university. Then he got into a verbal fight with Leslie Winkle about whose turn was it, or whose turn is it to be in the lab with this laser, and of course Dr. Gablehauser was a part of this. He was playing the referee, and then Dr. Gablehauser got a call, not from any department, or not from any one of the departments in the university, but from Penny. Yes, Penny called Dr. Gablehauser so Dr. Gablehauser could pass his office phone to 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 Sheldon. Then Sheldon said, Penny, I'm at work. I can't help you. I can't help you. I can't help you. I can't help you. And then of course Penny was like, yes you can. It will just take a minute. Then of course Sheldon was turned his back away from Dr. Gablehauser, and he said, I can't help you. I'll help you get into the sanctum of souls when I get home after work. Then Sheldon hung up the phone and said to Dr. Gablehauser, I guess this is a no on time. This is a no on me getting time with the laser. Then when Sheldon got home, Leonard was home already. And Sheldon said, Leonard, you have to do something about your lovely corn girl, because she's bothering me at work. I can't work. I can't sleep because she bothered me, because she disrupts my sleep. And I have even left a very good but hardened tone vocal tone message on my social media page. Sheldon Cooper wishes that Penny would leave him alone. If you don't do something about it, if you don't do anything about it, Leonard, you're going to live with the consequences of you will have to live with the consequences of living with a difficult version of me. Then Leonard was like, okay, so you're telling me that all this time I've been living with, and all of us around you have been enjoying a happy Sheldon, and Sheldon said yes, and then of course Leonard said, oh, okay, right on. Then Leonard proceeded to go across the hall, knock on Penny's door, and then Penny's door was open, and then Leonard saw something that he never thought he would see. Penny not herself. She had not gone to work. She had not been to the Cheesecake Factory in days. She had a very bad hair day. A very bad hair day look. And she topped it all on a bad hair day look. She had a Cheeto, stuck on her, in her head, in her hair, and she ate it. But then, then Sheldon had an idea to get Penny off his back. What if, and he did, to put Penny to put Penny in a dating profile, and he did just that. But with the caveat, with the condition of, if you do this dating survey, which was actually giving Sheldon to input onto Penny's dating profile. If she did this survey, she would get extra. She would get an extra 10 levels on Age of Conan as a special package. As a special package deal. And one of the questions of this survey in reality dating profile was how much do you do how in a 1 through 5 scale, how much do you enjoy doing the dirty salsa? If you know what I mean, guys. And she said, I'm a big old I'm a big 5. No, I'm a big old 5. I'm a big old 5. I'm a big old 5. Then then Leonard was still worried about Penny's look and condition. So he did the most logical thing that he could think of. Basically get into the game himself and talk to Penny's character in the game. In Age of Conan, but to no avail. Then Penny's character, Penny's corn warrior in the game, basically drove a sword through Leonard's character's chest and head. Then the day had come to introduce Penny's online match to Penny, and to the poor guy's dismay for us and for me and for us. What I mean by you guys, by that is you guys. Penny did not look like the picture, like she looked in the picture that Sheldon had sent to this guy, sent to this guy of Penny. And then this guy said, dude, to Sheldon, she doesn't look like her picture. She doesn't look like the picture. And then Leonard was like, they never do. Then a nerdy miracle happened. So somehow Howard, seeing this as an opportunity, as an opportunity to flirt and get close to Penny, and seeing that she was going and just going 24 hours straight for days and playing playing Age of Conan, Howard saw this as an opportunity to basically show off his love night skills, and then when Howard introduced his character to Penny's character in the game, she basically said, she said, "Oh my God, I have a problem. I have a problem," and that's how this funny, obsessive obsessing Sheldon episode, obsessing over Sheldon's gaming guidance ends. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Remember to leave a like and let me know in the comments if you want to. What was your favorite part of this episode? And guys, what guys and girls, what was a computer game or any video game that isn't a computer game that you were obsessed with, that you couldn't stop playing at all? So let me know in the comments. And with that, guys, again, remember to leave a like and let me know in the comments the question that I just asked you. If you want to, leave an answer in the comments. And with that, guys, I bid you a live long and prosper. Bye.